to all of these educators present here. Being on a Saturday morning, taking time off from family and joining, we do appreciate your commitment to the cause of education. So I want to share a few minutes of our shared vision and shared goal of how do we take India's higher education forward. So I'm going to talk for the next 15 minutes that I'm allotted to me about SaiU University and why, vision, mission, and so on. But before that, people often ask me a question: why are you starting another university? It goes to the roots of where I have to start. When I start with that question, why yet another university, then I think we can come to an understanding what we're trying to do. As Vikas said, when we finished my innings in IT industry, of successfully exiting two tech companies on the same day, I was left with lots and lots of money, and with the opportunity to buy a plane or a yacht and go around the world and have a fun time. But my Guru Shirdi Sai Baba said that wealth is not given to you to enjoy yourself, it is given to you to serve the community. So I had consultations with my wife and our only daughter and said, what does it take for us? And after discussing, because I had to provide for the family first. I'm sure all of you agree, the family comes first. The very existence of whatever we're doing is for the sake of family and then towards the cause that we are all working for or passionate about. So, based on that discussion, we arrived at the conclusion that about 15% of the wealth that I was fortunate to gain would be sufficient for at least 3 generations. And after that, we couldn't care. Either they had to make it better on their own and build on it, or if they want to waste their time and waste the wealth and then their own squander their own future, is up to them. And we are not going to be alive to see it. So we set aside 15% for the family and 85% created a trust called Shirdi Sai Trust in ECR. Those of you who know Shirdi Sai Baba is a spiritual guru, not a religious guru. It's common to all religions. So if you have a chance, go to ECR, 9 kilometers before Mahamalapuram, soon after the Nemeli water desalination plant. Do visit. You will find a unique experience of being in a spiritual meditation center, not being in a religious ritual place. So there, we wanted to see how we can help the community, and the thought was very simple. First step we said, we'll extend ourselves to people who are setting up sites, temples around India, and use them as outreach points. As you know, outreach is a very expensive proposition. So we established these centers, and then with the dedicated people there and the volunteers, we almost had 400 low cost or no cost outreach points all over India. From Himachal Pradesh, Solan, to Kanyakumari, from north to south, Gujarat in west to Silchar in Assam in the east. Out of these, we selected 65 of them as being very good in service. Using them, we set up 3 service activities. We offer education to people, especially the first generation graduates. And we pay them scholarships directly to the institution to get them a degree. And of course, we also help people who go through medical emergencies. And in these centers and a few places of children's homes and senior citizens' homes, we provided 2 meals a day for about 5,000 people every day. They're eating the Baba's prasad. So coming to education, that we were giving scholarships to nearly 3,000 students to enter into education space. especially those who are going from schools to get one degree. And we saw in person the effect of education. We found that one young girl student with 95% in plus 2 or 98% in plus 2, her father was a lift operator in an apartment complex, getting 2,000 rupees a month income. Her father said, I cannot support your higher education, please go and get some money, take up any job you can get. And she was crying in tears and came to us. So we put her through 4 years of computer science undergraduate education. At the end of 4 years, instead of getting 5,000 rupees a month on whatever job she would get as a tailor or whatever, she was getting 20,000 rupees a month. 8 times the salary of her father. Her father was getting 2,500 rupees a month as a lift operator. So 4 years of undergraduate education changed a student's life. Just give you very quickly, very fast, 2 other examples. Another student from Audi, as a boy with 95%, and he wanted to be an automobile engineer. Same story, his father was an agricultural farmhand with only daily wages or 200 days in a year. You will not get more than that income. And same way we educated him for 4 years, and after that he's joined as a graduate trainee in Ashok Leyland, did a postgraduate degree in Anna University, and is now R&D manager of Leyland. His father was getting less than 2,000 rupees a month, and our friend now today is possibly making 30-40 lakhs a year. So another last case I'm going to say, a student from Mamalapuram, his father is running a kiosk shop for tourists, serving the beverages and snacks or cookies and all this stuff. Then this boy was very keen, 90%, but he was very keen on marine engineering, ocean engineering. So again, 4 years we put him through ACMET or AMET, one of those marine universities in ECR. And after 4 years of a degree, this student today is a marine engineer with Hapag-Lloyd, the world's largest shipping line. And he's doing 3 or 4 voyages here and getting a sign-on bonus. And then while on the job, he's getting a salary. And when he finishes the voyage, he gets a sign-out bonus. So he does 4 voyages in a year. He's minting money. That's all I can say. I don't know how much, but he's making a lot of money. He met with me recently with his father and his wife and his child. The reason I'm saying is that 4 years of undergraduate education, we actually personally experienced that transforming the life of a student, deciding the future of a family. And that, I think, is the reason that we thought about education. And this education, I am actually proud to say, we have transformed so far in the last 23 years since we established our task, nearly 50,000 students to get their first undergraduate degree. Thank you. The idea is not to be pompous or seek publicity, because we do our work quietly. We don't advertise ourselves, nor do we seek publicity. But this made a huge impact in my mind. Say, this is a scale at which you can transform a community. All over India, these 50,000 students are from all over the country, 65 outreach points. Then I said, wouldn't we do something in a bigger scale? And we do this in a way that it supports not only education, but also healthcare. Because we are also doing emergency medical services to almost 2,000 patients a year. And that is the reason we attacked for SaiU University. That is why we said we'll start SaiU University, to say that we will bring in education and healthcare, education and healthcare, to be a center of SaiU University on a much bigger scale. And when we did the study and analysis about designing the university and establishing and all that, it's established as a state-private university so that we have all the freedom we want to design the courses and curriculum and number of seats and fees and all of that stuff. I'm happy to tell you this is perhaps the only private university in the country where education is set up as a service. It is not set up as a business. Nobody is taking money home from this university. Whatever, of course we are not making any surplus now, but whatever surplus we make in the future will be really deployed back in the university to build the academic infrastructure, the labs, the libraries, the student infrastructure, and so on and so forth, research infrastructure. The idea is simply to say that how can we set up something very unique and very special here. And during the study, we also found that after 70 plus years of independence at that time, we had no university from India in the Times Higher Education ranking top 100 or US ranking top 100. Not even our famous IITs and IIMs. They are not there. So when we analyze the cause of the problem, we realize that education research in India, especially higher education, hasn't changed very much since independence. Many of our education colleges, autonomous colleges, universities, private universities and so on, are repeating almost whatever we were doing several decades ago. There have been incremental changes but not significant changes. Nothing which will change dramatically the system of education in India. And when you compare it with the education system of the developed world, the comparison is obvious. That we had not changed a syllabus, our curriculum, our faculty, our timetable in most cases, and we are continuing with the old paradigm. Because we are very comfortable. We are not wanting to rock the boat, so to say, and we are very happy with whatever we are having. The idea was in quantity, not in quality. So our university was established a vision to become India's first international university. That is the first and foremost vision we've given. Truly to say that we'll establish India's first international university here in Chennai and attract students from all over the world. And that is also established with the approach which is very different from the rest of the universities. It's a liberal education university. It's not a liberal arts university. It's a liberal education university. In a liberal arts university, you would find that there are a couple of leading universities in this country. We're doing good work, very good work, but their liberal model is limited to the arts and humanities. Whereas SaiU University, the model is expanding to the entire universe of higher education. So it's a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary university. We started with 3 schools right now: School of Law, School of Arts and Sciences, and School of Computing and Data Sciences. We have these 3 schools now. Just to give you an example how it operates, that a student can join any school, but in the first year, first semester, they have a foundation program where they get basic skills, communication skills, critical thinking, logical thinking, analytical thinking, plus some tech skills and so on. And in second semester, they get a view of 10 or 12 subjects across the schools. And the students can take about 6 of them. If they're too keen, they can take up to 8 because they won't be able to handle the time. So the key is the students, when they finish the sampling, studying 10, 12 or 7 or 8 different subjects, it could be economics combined with mathematics, combined with computer science, combined with maybe biotech. Then then the student now has a completely different idea of education. Because when they come to the university, we'll talk more about it in the afternoon session, because they're specifically designed for that. They are not taking a subject of their own choice. A student is coming to university, we found that is having influence of 8 to 9 stakeholders who are deciding on the welfare of the student, all with good intentions. Parents, uncles, aunts, neighbors, classmates, school, HM, their counselors, so on and so forth. If you say so many of them are giving so much advice that the student is confused. And of course, not to forget the influence of the BFF forever. Then they decide to take any subject the BFF is taking, any institution the BFF is joining, it doesn't matter. We want to be there, we want to share a room, we want to take the same subject, we live together for life, and that is it. Education is not decided based on your best friend. Education will be decided based on what you want to do in life. So whatever be it, so we allow that to happen. When they come in, they join the university, they can do the first semester, they can do the second semester, and in the middle of second semester, having tasted 7, 8 different subjects in the university, at that time they declare a major and 2 minors. They can consult their faculty and professors, they can consult their parents, they can consult their BFF, whoever they want to consult, but then at that time they make declaration of 1 major and minor, and then they study that subject for the next 3 years, assuming under a degree of 4 years. The key factor is now the students make a conscious choice what they want to study, what they like, and it is interdisciplinary. I don't want to explain that to all of you. You know more about the subject than me. So we have examples of students who are doing biotech in major and computer science as minor and law auditing as a minor. There's an interesting case, this girl student. This is from the founding batch. Because I believe anecdotes tell the message very clearly than long winding speeches. This girl student met with me in the founding batch. In the first year, we were being interviewed by the students and parents. So is this a university? Does it really exist? Is it worthwhile joining? What courses do you have? So on. Then this student was very clear. She met with me. She said, "Sir, I want to do biotech major with computer science minor and law minor. Do you offer it?" I said, "Yes, we offer it, but don't have to decide now. You can decide at the end of second semester." He said, "No, sir, I want a confirmation now. If you offer it, I'll join." Very clear, precise. And then, yes, we offer it. Then, out of curiosity, asked the student, "Why have you taken this combination? It looks like an array of subjects, right? So why would you want to make a combination of subjects and 3 disciplines? Are you really sure about what you want to do?" You know what this young student about 16, 17 years of age said to me? "Sir, I want to focus my career on biotech. And then I want to do my master's, and I want to do my PhD, I want to do research. So when I want to do my master's in research in biotech, I have to do a lot of number crunching, analysis of data. So I learned computer science just so that I can do it myself. And then after doing all of that, I want to do research and I want to do inventions in biotech. Very ambitious young lady. And then when you do inventions, to protect the inventions and monetize and make money, I want to learn law." 17-year-old student, can you think about her? She's planned her career into the future to say, how am I going to study, what I'm going to study, how I'm going to enable myself to do what I want to do. And then when I do it, how I'm going to monetize and make money out of it. This is a very simple case of some student knowing clearly a pathway about the future. But many students are not so clear. They want to learn subjects, and then they want to go through the process, and then they want to understand, then they later make up their mind. That is where the liberal education model comes in. So what we do is now, we offer both options to students. For those who are clear, like for example, computer science. Most students who come to join computer science are very clear that they want to get a BTech degree and join a software company and go and see the world and make money. Absolutely good idea, no problem with that. So they don't want to know anything about, written oral communications, I don't want to know. I would rather learn Python programming. Fine. So they have an option to do completely computer science, data science, whatever they want to do, and do only specialization in that field. And those who want to take a liberal education model, they have an option, for example, to do computer science as a major, and they can do economics as a minor, they can do international relations as a minor, they can do any other subject they want to do as a minor, so they can become more well-rounded personality, grooming themselves for the future. So that is a unique model we are offering. Either you take core subjects and specialize what you want to do, and you're clear about what you want to do, you can take that pathway. Or if you want to take a liberal education model, and in the second semester, you mend your ways to see which one major and minor you want to take, and take that pathway, which will take you to more wider knowledge acquisition. So the basic of this is the paradigm that one group of students come with the objective that I want to get educated so I can get a job and make money. Nothing wrong with that one paradigm. Second paradigm of students is to say I want to get an undergrad degree and acquire knowledge, and then I want to do what I want to do with my life. So we want to offer our courses tailored to both options. So you can do only core, and at the end of 4 years you can get a job and do whatever you want to do. Or you can get a wider knowledge and then go for a, let's say, postgraduate specialization or a PhD and so on. The another data point that you need to know as educators is a shocking fact that 7 lakh students are going from India for undergraduate education abroad each year. 7 lakh students going abroad each year. This is published by Government of India answer to Parliament questions during the pandemic year. So you take a simple number, the 7 lakh students for a 4-year program are roughly spending 1.2 crores each student. The minimal is 25 lakhs as a tuition fee and 5 lakhs as living expense, 30 lakhs per year, for 4 years 1.2 crores. 7 lakh students and their families are spending 1.2 crores per year for getting undergraduate education. And look at the challenge the student faces when they go abroad. Let's say they're 17, or mean age. First of all, they're in an alien country. They get to adjust to different kinds of people, different language, nationalities, and they're living in a completely different society. They have to adjust to societal norms. Then they have to take care of themselves, living alone, taking care of wherever your room is, cleanliness, doing your laundry, getting your meals done, all of that stuff. And then they have the emotional pressure of not being with their friends and family, and making their calls to them and messaging them during the day several times. After all that, they are expected to study. And then there's pressure to say, oh, Indian mindset, what is the grade did you get last time? Are you at the top of the class? Are you top 10% of the class? Or are you bottom 10% of the class? So there's a parental anxiety. So the student is put through enormous amount of pressure that we see that increasing incidence of mental health issues for students who are 17, 18. Because they are not able to take all of this pressure. I'm sure all of you face the same issues with schools as well. So we decided we have full-time counselors in mental health in the university to say that they're available for them to consult with them inside the campus itself. They have privacy where they can consult with mental health issues. We have 24/7 nursing staff and a car waiting if you think somebody is sick to take them to a hospital. So the reason I'm saying is to say how can we give an opportunity for a student to provide the same international quality of education in India, and how can we transform the Western education system into India because they are definitely more advanced in education today. We were very advanced 3,000 years ago. We are more civilized than the rest of the world 3,000-4,000 years ago. But we lost all of it somewhere. Whatever happened, I don't know, but we lost it. So now, the key thing is the Western world is more developed than us in education. They are advanced in education, in every subject than us, in different parts of the world. So we said we learn from them and bring those here and create an institution which is India's first international university. In order to do that, we create an institution with the foundation, the Chancellor's office supported by the Registrar, the CFO and the Admissions office, on top of which stands 5 pillars which are academic excellence. One is the Board of Governors, both free and independent. You can see our Board of Governors of 15 people on themselves multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. And out of them, we have 4 Padma Bhushans and a Padma Shri. We have better Board of Governors than that of the most corporate bodies in this country. And second is our learned faculty. I am proud to say we perhaps have the best faculty talent in the country. Numbers may be small, but qualitatively they are far superior to anything any other institution has to offer. They have all studied in several universities around the globe. They have worked, they have taught, they have done research, and they have come back. And 70% of them are here. About 10-15% are from Indian Ivy Leagues. Another 15% of them are teaching online from abroad to our students. So second pillar is faculty. The third pillar is a curriculum, which I've already talked to you about, multidisciplinary interdisciplinary approach. And in addition to the 3 schools we had, the next year, which is academic year 25-26, for which our admissions have started now, we are going to start a school of management, and we're going to start India's first school of AI, artificial intelligence. I'm happy to tell you that we are going to start AI not as a tech subject, and we will have some news, good news from us to say very leading AI experts from the world will be joining us very soon. And we will hear announcements by mid-January. When the person is on board, we can make the announcement. Today we cannot make the announcement. But the key is, we are designing the AI program in such a way, the curriculum, AI is the core, and application of AI around it, like healthcare, financial services, insurance, whatever, marketing, education, all of them will be around it. So the student can take the core AI as a major, and they can take a minor in the application area, like logistics, healthcare, marketing, finance, and therefore they'll be able to take up jobs where their interests lie. That will be the design of the AI program. The courses are being designed as we speak, and it's going to be one of its unique offering in the world in AI. And of course, if they want to do, they can do a minor in computer science or data science in our computer science school. So in addition to that, we're going to start a school of management. We're going to start a BBA program. We're going to start a BCom program. And we're going to start a MBA program, School of Management. So look at a student who is joining this year with an option to join an AI with a minor in computer science or data science, or a minor in economics, a minor in whatever subject you want to see in our schools. We have 5 schools. They have the option to do all of this. And next surprise I want to tell you is that we are also starting a School of Media Studies this year. And the School of Media Studies will be to show that we will show media not just the way it is offered today. It is all forms of media. All forms of media and communication will be covered. Visual communication, journalism, mass communication, film production, digital marketing, all of that would be offered in media studies. So a student can actually take computer science major and communications as a minor. They will have a choice to pick and choose on all of these subjects this year. And the following year, we are planning to start a school of technology, which will usually have out in mind as aerospace, defense, and nuclear technologies. So, when we start that, the following year, a student will be able to start an aerospace undergraduate program, computer science minor, and maybe a law minor. This is a model which is going to be very unique to this country. And of course, soon after that, we plan to start a 300-bed hospital, and then followed by a healthcare school. So imagine the power when 3 years from now or 5 years from now, because approvals and construction take a long time in our land. We'll offer an undergraduate in healthcare. The student can take a minor in computer science and maybe a minor AI. See the power of that doctor would be the most advanced medical professional that we will get in this country. So the reason for this design is going to be something very unique and very special to this country, and we just started our journey. We have 3 schools now. We are starting another 3 schools this coming year. The following years we will be starting another 3 schools, and we finish, we should have approximately 9 schools, and the students will have opportunity to learn across 9 disciplines, completely independent but interrelated subjects. So we believe this education would be in line with the global education, and the parents don't have to send a fortune on this. They can study here locally, and even if they're from the rest of India, they would have opportunities to visit their parents for Diwali, New Year, Pongal, whatever occasion they have. And there will be opportunity for parents to visit them. There will be no social disconnect. There will be no emotional disconnect. The student can do whatever subject they want to study, and they will study subjects of their choice. So this is a very, unique program that we offer, which is not being offered in rest of India, and is not even offered in many parts of the world. And we are offering this model because, in my opinion, before I conclude, I know I overshot my time, but very soon India is going to be the 3rd largest economy in terms of GDP. We are already 5th or 6th, but we will soon be the 3rd largest. I'm taking into account it will be the US, China, followed by India. If you see, these are the 2 economies that are growing now, probably only China and India. The other economies are not growing. If they're growing, they are at maybe less than 2%. We are growing at 6 to 8%. So when you see this growth happening in this part of the world, China and India, I see that in the near future, maybe 5 years from now, students from the Western world will see that their own countries have reached stagnation. They have advanced in education, but they are stagnating in economic sense. There is no growth opportunity. There are not enough job opportunity. There are not enough learning opportunities. So they would have to come to places where they can find those opportunities. And therefore, I do see in the next couple of years, we will attract, when we are ready for them, students from Asia. And after that, 4 or 5 years from now, I do see a future where we see the people, students from the Western world, come to India and come to SaiU University and be a part of the learning in a growing economy, which will be the top 3 in the world. And SaiU University will be leading that change, the transformation in the higher education space around the globe. Come be a part of the change with us. Join us as educators. Let us do this journey together. Thank you.